Hello guys, this is Elias with the WP import team, and in today's video we are going to export JetEngine custom fields to a CSV, and then we're going to upload that file to Google Drive using WP all export. Now guys, in today's video we have these properties post type. So let me go here and show you guys what we're going to export today. So we have our title, description, a couple of taxonomies, a feature image, and here we have the JetEngine custom fields we created for this video. Now we have a couple of simple text fields. We have a couple of select fields. This one is a JetEngine checkbox field, number, radius, and this one is a JetEngine repeater field, right? So here in this media tab, we have the JetEngine gallery and a JetEngine media field. And right here we have 4 more simple text fields. Now guys, let's go back here to WP export and select this post type. And here it is. Alright, so WP export says we have 103 properties. So if we go back here to all properties, we can see that this is the case. So this is a great start. Now guys, if we wanted to only export a subtract of these properties, because, I don't know, maybe you don't need them all, right? Maybe you only need, say, those properties that are on the market. So you can filter that out here in the add filtering options section. So first, of course, you need to kind of know what data you have here. So for example, if I open this property, you can see here in the availability field, we have this value on market, and we have other values here, but I only want the properties that are on the market. So what I can do here is find my availability field, right? So here it is, and then we need to select a rule. Now here it can change depending on your case, but in mine here for this video, I'm gonna choose equals, and I'm gonna type in here on market. All right, now this will say filter out all of the properties that don't meet this rule, right? So let me add that. And here you go. Now these 74 properties are all of the properties that are on the market, right? So that was very simple. And if you want to add other rules, you can do it too, no worries. And if you wanted to migrate all of these properties without making any changes whatsoever to the export file, you can use this migrate properties option, right? But if you wanted to, I don't know, customize a little bit your export file and add some columns, maybe change some of the data, well, you will need to select this option to customize export file. So let's do it. And here we have our export template, which is this box here. Now this box will kind of represent all of the fields we have. So right out of the box, we have ID, title, and content. So let me preview. And you can see here an spreadsheet-like layout. So if we don't want the ID, for example, we could just drag this off, preview again, and there you go, right? It's very simple. Now this one church code, we can find it here. So let me do that. Right? And here it is, right? So this is the exact content we have right here. So it's pretty cool. Now guys, since we came here to export JetEngine custom fields, let me find that for you. It's right here in this right panel. So let me zoom in so you can see this better. We have 2 kinds of elements here. The first one has black letters, and all of the other ones have green letters, right? So the difference with those is the black letters one is the field group, right? So you can add a single field like this, and it will show up here, right? And one church code, fields, then West Yorkshire and whatnot. And this is the exact same address we have here, right? So if you wanted to maybe add this more quickly, or maybe add all of these fields at once, we could just drag and drop the whole group like so, right? So that kind of depends on you guys on what you want or and whatnot. It can be useful for when you need all of the data and you have just a ton of fields. I just want them all, so just drag and drop the whole group, and boom, that's it. Now, guys, the next step maybe will be the ordering of these columns, because they're just in the default order in which you created your custom fields. So maybe you don't want that, right? Here we have the map address, short address, date first listed, availability, and whatnot. So maybe you want to change this order. So it's very simple to do that. So let's say you want the listing type here, and date first listed, you want it here at the beginning of the file, and then the price, you want it just after the listing type. Then availability should be here, why not? And then the amenities should be after the price, and square feet just after that. And then bedrooms, and rooms, and then the gallery, and then the addresses, and yeah, it's good. Let's do it like that. So let's preview, and that's easy, right? Just drag and drop stuff you want in the place you want it to show up in your export file, and it should be good. Now, guys, say you want to change these columns, the column names, I mean. So that's even easier. So just click on the column name you want to change and type in here in the column name field the name you want. So I want this title to be property name. All right, so let's save it, preview, and that's it. Now this content is going to be called description. So let's do it, preview, and there you have it. All right, now let's change a couple more things. Let's start with the date first listed. So as you can see here, we have this date format, but maybe I want to change this to something more readable. So what I'm gonna do is click on that field, and I'm gonna change the date format here. You can use either natural language PHP or Unix, that's up to you. So I'm gonna type in here D, F, J, and Y. Save, preview, and there you go. We have changed our date format. It was that easy. Now, guys, you could use a quick PHP function for this too. That's up to you. Depending on the field you open, some options here might be different, right? But you can use PHP functions on each and every one of them. So let me open, for example, one of these, which is simple text. You can see it's very straightforward. There is nothing really weird going on here. But if I open, say, this gallery, right, you can change the value returned. In this case, the default value is the media URL, but you can change that to media ID or file name. Let me show you guys how this looks. And here it is, right? Here we have all of the URLs for this gallery. So if I just open this, you can see that the image shows up here. So that's good. And all of these images are separated with pipes by default. You see, when some element or some field has multiple elements in it, the default separator is a pipe. You can see that here with this repeater, which we will get here in a minute. And you will see here this in amenities too, right? We have multiple elements. And remember, guys, this is a JetEngine checkbox field, right? So it has these elements already selected. So this is what WPL export is going to get, all of this text separated with pipes. So say maybe you want to change these pipes to, I don't know, say a comma. Well, you can use a quick PHP function for that. So let me open the amenities and go here to the function editor, right? So we're going to say function, and this one's going to be called replace pipes. All right, cool. Then we're gonna say here data or something like that, and we're gonna return str replace All right, and we're gonna look for our pipes, like so, and we're gonna change those pipes with a comma and a space, right? And this is gonna be run in the data element. All right, so yeah, it's good. I forgot to actually close this up. That's better, right? Now let's save this function, and then I'm gonna copy its name and enable this option right here, paste the name of my function here, and this it's gonna call this function on this value, and this value is the field we have here, right? So let me save this, preview again, and here you go, guys. We have changed our pipes and we have turned them into commas. So this is more readable and I like it better that way, so I'm gonna just leave it. But say you want to run that same function to separate the images with commas instead of pipes. Well, you can do it very easily actually. So let me go here to gallery, and instead of creating a new function, you can just call the same. So I'm gonna copy the name again, and I'm gonna enable the same option, paste the name of my function here, and save, preview, and here it is, right? Very simple. And as you can see, the amenities are still running the function, so it doesn't really matter if you call a function twice or whatever. Alright guys, so let me continue here. Maybe the price, we can improve this a little bit by adding the $sign, right? So let's find our price, which is here, and we could of course use a quick PHP function, but there's no need in this example because we can create a custom export field. So let me select that. I'm gonna call this price, right? And I'm gonna type in here a $sign, and I'm gonna look for my price, right? And save, preview again, and here it is, right? Very simple. Now you can add whatever data you want here. You can even add multiple elements. So if you want to add a dash and maybe type in here square feet and drag in the square feet, and then you want to add another dash and the short address or whatever, you can do that. And as you can see, it's working, right? Pretty cool. This grants you a lot of possibilities here, guys, because I don't know, maybe you have your address not in a single field like this one, but maybe you have the street address and maybe the town or the city and then the state, the zip code and whatnot, and you just need to combine all of that in a single field. Well, these kind of custom fields are very, very, very useful for that. So there you have it. Let's delete all of this because we don't need that. Save, and well, guys, I believe we have covered pretty much everything here. There are a lot of other stuff you can do. Oh, we have actually a field we haven't taught yet, and that is this rooms one. So let me preview again so you can see that better. And here we have rooms name, rooms measurement, and rooms description. So if we go here to one church court, right, and scroll down a little bit, you will find the JetEngine repeater field, which is this rooms one. Now this repeater, if you don't know, guys, it's basically a cluster of fields you can repeat like this as many times as you need, right? And each time you click on that, it will add 3 fields. Now, of course, you can add more fields to this in JetEngine. That's up to you. But in our case, we have set up this with 3 subfields. The first one is name, the second one is measurement, and the third one is description. So that's what we got here. Now, as you can see here in this first element, we have entrance hallway. We don't have any measurement, and then we have a description. Now for the second element, we have WC. WC does have measurement and does have a description. Same with the living room, and same with the dining room, and so on and so forth, right? So guys, if we go here to WPL export, you will find this data exactly as we have it here, just in a different format. Now here we have entrance hallway, right? And it's separating from the WC with a pipe, and WC is separating from the living room with a pipe and so on and so forth, right? So here we have all of the names of all of the sub-elements we have in our JetEngine repeater field. Now, if we go here to rooms measurement, you will find that the first element doesn't exist, right? And that's because here it doesn't exist either, right? So let me go back here, all right? We do have, however, the measurement for the second element, which is WC, right? And you can see that here. And right here we have the room's description, and this we do have all of the elements. So this one is the first one, then a pipe, and then we have the second description for the WC, and so on and so forth. And that's how it works, right? Very simple. It just kind of looks somewhat wonky at first with a lot of data, but nothing to worry, guys. It's very simple. But I don't know, guys. There are cases where you maybe don't want this format, right? Maybe you want this in a more orderly fashion. So just click on this from repeater field, and you will find this option right here that says display each repeater row in its own CSV line. So let me enable that, and we're not gonna enable this sub option just yet. Let me just save here and preview so you can see how this looks. Now we have all of the fields. Now this apparently is good as it was, but oh, what happened here, right? All of the other elements are gone. Well, they're not gone, they're just below that. Oh, all right, here they are. Here is the WC, the measurements for the WC, and the description for the WC, the living room, dining room, kitchen, and whatnot, right? But all of the other cells are empty, and maybe we don't want that, right? Because, well, just because. Well, what we can do to fix that is go back here to rooms and enable this option that says fill in empty columns. Now, guys, when you have doubts about what certain option does or how it works or whatever, it's always a good idea to hover on the question marks, right? It will give you some more details about what they do, how they work, and whatnot. And if we hover on this question mark, it says, if enabled, each repeater row will appear as its own CSV line with all of the post info filled in for every column. Now, this is what we want, so I'm gonna keep that enabled. Hit save, preview again, and yeah, here it is. Here we have our room's name, and if I scroll down, you will see the WC, but you will also see all of the other post info filled in, right? So that's pretty cool. Let me dismiss this, and yeah, I believe we have a pretty good file. So I'm gonna roll with this one. We have here some advanced options if that's what you want, because maybe in CSV you want to change the separator, or I don't know, guys. Now here we have the export type, and I'm gonna roll with CSV, but you can use Excel, or maybe you can export this in XML. And if you preview, you can see that the format changes, but all of the elements are the same. All of the functions are still running and whatnot. So that's up to you. But if maybe you don't want the default XML, which is this order of elements, and you want to build your own, you can do it here, but we have other videos for that. So for now, let's just roll with CSV. You can save all of this as a template, and then you can load that template if you want to export this another time with a different kind of setup or whatever. But we're not gonna need that in this example, so let's just continue here. And this is the final step in WPL export, and well, we have a couple of advanced settings, right? So the first one is the scheduling options, and this is pretty cool for when you need to automate your exports, and maybe I don't know, guys, have this run automatically at certain times in the day or in the week or whatever. So we have two options for that. The first one is the automatic scheduling. So if you open that, you will see this is a paid service. It costs $9 a month, but it's pretty cool because it will allow you to set up all of this in this UI. So if you want to run this Monday through Friday, so just select that days and select that time. So say 12 a.m. and this is gonna run on this schedule, right? So if you want to run this a second time in that day, well, just select a different time and so on and so forth, right? So it's cool, but if you don't want to subscribe to this, you can just use cron jobs. And cron jobs are free. They're just a little bit more technical, and we have great documentation here that will guide you in the process of setting that up. But guys, if you feel a little bit stuck here, or maybe you want some assistance with whatever, just don't worry about it and contact our support team. You can go to our website at wpimport.com, right? And just click on the support menu. And here you fill out all of the info, give us as many details as you can, and we will be more than happy to help you out. Now, guys, we don't need the scheduling options in this video, so I'm just gonna close this up. And these other settings are pretty much self-explanatory, so if you read them, you will pretty much know what they do. But again, you can always hover on the question marks, right? So I don't know, let's take, for example, this first option, right? It says export each property in real time as they are created. So that's pretty obvious, right? So if you enable this, you will just make this export run every time you manually create a property, and it will export that properties, right? So that's pretty much it, right? So it's very obvious, so just be sure to check that out. Now here we have the export name. I'm just gonna leave it as it is because why not? Properties export and the date, it's cool. Now all of this is looking good, so I'm just gonna confirm and run my export. And guys, this is gonna take a few seconds, so I'm just gonna let it run. Yeah, should be done any second now. Right, guys, so we can download our CSV, right? Just click on it and that's it, download it. Then you can download a bundle, and a bundle, guys, is basically the same import file, but with a bunch of settings to be used with WP import. That's very useful, and we have great content on how to do that. Just be sure to check that out in our YouTube channel. And then we have here our secure URL, and that's pretty neat because you can generate a URL that you can share with anyone, and it will download the latest version of that file. So it's cool. Then we have here the scheduling tab in case you want to revisit this, and then we have the external labs tab. Now, guys, this external labs is what we kind of came here to do, which is export all of this data, which we already did, and upload that to Google Drive. So this is done through Zapier. So you can watch this video if you want to know more, but since we're gonna do this from scratch in this video, let's just jump into that. Now, here in Zapier, you will need that account, and don't worry, guys, it's free, so you can create a free account here very easily. And once you do that, just click here on the Create button, and then select SAPs. Now, a SAP is basically an automation, so what we're gonna need to run this automation is two things, basically, a trigger and an action. So let's click on trigger and select WP export, which is here, but if you don't find it here, just type in here WP all export and it will show up. Select that and select an event. Now our event in this video, it's gonna be a new export file, but you can change that to real-time export completed, right? So this is the option I was telling you about just in the step before. So we have other videos for this, so I'm just gonna roll with this new export file and click continue. Now we need to connect our site to Zapier, so I'm gonna click sign in, and this is gonna ask two things, an API key and the website URL. So let's go back here to the export, click on settings, and here is our Zapier integration API key, right? That was pretty easy. So let's copy that. Paste our API key here, then go back to our site, copy its URL, and then paste the URL here. So let's connect, and that's it, right? So this should reload any second now, and that's it, guys. It's connected. It was very simple, right? So let's click continue and test our trigger. All right, so this green check mark means that the test was successful, so that's cool. Zapier tried to find our data, and it has found it. Here it is. Here is the website URL, the export ID, the export name, file type, the file name. Here is the actual export file. So all of this is looking good. So I'm going to continue with the selected record. And now we need the action. Now, remember guys, we need a trigger and an action. The trigger is what's going to fire this automation, and the action is what happens after that automation is fired. So the action we want is Google Drive. And for the event, we're going to choose upload file, right? So click continue. We're going to need to sign into Google here. So let's do it. Even simpler than connecting this with WPL export. So just click on your account and allow the connection to Zapier. And that's it. Click continue. Now here for the action, let's select the drive. I'm going to say my Google Drive. For the folder, I'm going to choose WPL export JetEngine, right? Because this is the folder I have here in my drive, which as you can see, it's empty. So for the file, this is gonna be coming from WPL export. So I'm gonna choose export file from here, right? You can see the little octopus logo. So this is the export file we want, right? And then convert to document. I'm gonna say true. File name, you can type in here whatever you want, but I'm gonna choose the export name from WPL export because that works for me. And then the file extension, I'm going to choose file type CSV, right? Cool. Now, all of this is done. So I'm going to click continue and I'm going to test this step. Now, guys, once I click here, Zapier is going to try and upload this file, which is the one coming from the export we just set up. It's going to be uploaded here as a test. So let me test this. And it should be fairly quick. So let's just give it a few seconds. And that's it. Green check mark here and green check mark here. So that's great. And if we go here, you can see that the file has been just added. So let me just open that, just confirm that everything is looking good. And as you can see, the date format is looking good. We have here the property name and the order of the columns is the one we wanted. The price is looking good too. The amenities are looking good. Here we have the room's name, measurements, and description. As you can see, they are separated in different CSV rows, so that's cool. Here, the gallery actually is also separating with commas, and so is the amenities. So there you have it, guys. This is working. So let me close this up. Right, and let's give this app a name. I'm just gonna call this JetEngine export. Yeah, cool. Now, since all of this is looking good, I'm just gonna publish this. Right. So now, every time this export runs, a new file is gonna be uploaded here. So let's do it. Let's run this export. Just as it is. Now let's give it a few seconds. All right. Now let's go here to Google Drive and let's just wait for our file. It should be here any second now. And there you go, guys. Now this one was uploaded at 4:36 p.m. and this one is a new one, so let's open that just to make sure it looks good. And so it does. So there you have it, guys. It's that easy to export JetEngine custom fields to a CSV and upload that CSV to Google Drive using Zapier and of course WPL export. Now, guys, if you want to know more about how to import or export other kinds of data from WordPress to pretty much anywhere, or import from anywhere to WordPress, you can check out the other videos in our channel or go to our website at wpallimport.com. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time.